Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Total QA. Today we are going to discuss a new topic on how do we achieve file upload using Java API. This will be mainly helpful for us in Selenium automation tool when we are trying to upload a file in a website. So how do we achieve this? In order to achieve this file upload functionality, we have a class available in Java API, available in the package java.awt.robot class. Robot is a class mainly available in the package java.awt. Here AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit, and robot class is mainly useful to generate native system input events for the purposes of test automation. So this class is mainly designed for the test automation tools which are totally dependent on Java. They can use this class to achieve some native system input events. And especially in Selenium is mainly useful to interact with web applications. If there is a Windows dialog box which is opened, the Selenium automation tool cannot interact with the Windows dialog box. It's a limitation in Selenium. So in order to extend the functionalities of Selenium, we depend on robot class now to perform file upload. The primary usage, the second point, the primary usage of robot class is to facilitate automated testing of Java platform implementations. So as Selenium is dependent on Java language, so we can use robot class to achieve this functionality. Now let's list down some of the steps to achieve this. Test steps. Then once we list down all the test steps, then we will move on to the Java program for writing this logic. First step, what we do? We open a browser. Open a Chrome browser, then we enter the URL. So we have to identify the URL to enter, we have to identify the application so that we can perform file upload, right? So for that reason, I have found one of the application which will be very helpful for us to practice this example now. So the website name is jamja.com. In jamja.com, if you scroll down, there are multiple buttons available, but one button is enabled right now, which is Add Files. Click on Add Files. So provide the location. Suppose this is the location of the file. I'll just provide the location of the file. To select the XLSX file. And when I scroll down, I can find this file is getting attached. Okay, right? So now the steps are here. Enter the URL. The URL is this one. Then click on the button. The button has a text which is Add Files. Add files. Then we have to, once you click on the button, it opens the Windows dialog box. Window dialog box. I will show you. Again, let me refresh this website. So what I will do is, I can show you that my file which I wanted to upload is available in this location. Let me copy this location, or let me try to copy the full location of this file. Let me do one thing. Let me go to the website, click on Add Files. But I will try to give the full path. I don't do any operation. I just enter the file path as a full name of the path here. This is the path. Let me copy this path. This is the path. Then I click on open. So I am performing two operations on this Windows dialog box. That is, I'm just putting the URL, putting the path, the absolute path of the file. Then I'm clicking on open. Actually, I'm not clicking on open also. I'm just clicking on enter button in my keyboard. That's it. So what are the two actions I'm performing in the dialog box? I will just enter the absolute path of the file. I just click on enter key in my keyboard to attach this file, to upload this file. And I can scroll down and check the file is getting uploaded. Okay, so let me write down the steps. Open the Windows dialog box, then enter the absolute path of the file. 6th step, then click on enter button in the keyboard. That's it. Then the file is expected result. We have seen the file is uploaded successfully. Now, once we achieve these 6 steps, we are going to do the same 6 steps repeated in Selenium automation logic also to achieve this functionality. Okay, so these 2 steps are very important here because once the dialog box is opened, we don't perform any operation. We just need to provide the file absolute path location and click on enter. So here, let me list down some of the keyboard actions whatever I am performing here. The keyboard actions here to achieve this functionality. Keyboard actions I perform here. The keyboard actions I perform here is mainly whenever I copy the path. Generally what I do, I copy the path. This is the path. This is the path I copy. When I copy the path, how do I copy the path? I just select Ctrl C. When I say Ctrl C, the path will be copied to the clipboard. Okay, this will see what is clipboard and all when you go to the logic. Right now when I say Ctrl C, the file will be copied. And what I do now, keyboard action, I just do the keyboard action as Ctrl V to paste this path, and I just do enter in my keyboard. So 2 actions I am performing here. Ctrl V, whichever the file path I copied, I put it in the dialog box and just click on enter. So 2 keyboard actions we are performing, Ctrl V and enter. So now we are ready with this information. The website we identified, we have identified the test steps, we have identified the keyboard actions. Now we will move on to the logic to understand this example. I will put this text file as well in the video in the description. I'll put the link. Please access this. This will be available in our blog totalqa.com for the complete information of these steps. I'll save this file right now. Let's move on now. Go to the Eclipse now. So as usual, we will write a program to launch the browser. So first thing what we do, we just say WebDriver and try to import the required packages and the classes. Now we say here system.setProperty to set the executable file, ChromeDriver.exe, because we're trying to launch a Chrome browser. So we need a Chrome driver executable file here. Then driver is equal to new Chrome driver. And the website URL, it is already gathered and available here. Driver.git. That's it. Now, once we open the browser, we can maximize the browser also. Driver.manage.window.maximize the browser. Then next step, we have to interact with the website. We have to interact with the button. To interact with the button, we need to identify the properties of the button. Open the browser now. Identify, let me refresh this browser because it is already uploaded the file. So it is not showing the button is enabled. Now the button is enabled now. I right click on the button. I just say inspect. Then I will navigate to ChroPath to get the XPath, which will be helpful for us to identify this button. I just copy this XPath. Write down here driver.find element by.xpath and provide this path. Okay, I think this is not copied. Usually it should be copied. Let me copy here. To XPath is copied, but still let me put the information here. Is it copied? Yes, now it is copied. Then perform the click operation on the button. Then next step. If you look into the example, as I said, there are only two keyboard actions we are performing. One is Control V and Enter. So before we do Control V, we have to perform Control C. So Control C, how do we perform Control C in a program? So in order to achieve Control C, we have to write down some steps which will be performing Control C. And also one more thing, whenever we copy anything, this will be copied to the clipboard. So it's a temporary place where whenever we copy something, it will be copied to the clipboard. So we have to use the clipboard concept to retrieve this value. First thing, we have to set this path to the clipboard. Whenever any content is copied to the clipboard, the next step, if you perform Control V, automatically we get the text. Okay, again I repeat, whenever we copy some content to the clipboard, the next step we perform Control V, the content of the clipboard will be pasted. So let me try to copy this path into the clipboard right now using the logic. First let's take the file path, the file absolute path. It's not a relative path, absolute path, right? Let me take it. Let me try to put 2 slashes here. Okay, I have taken a file absolute path. What is my next step? The next step is I have to copy this path to a clipboard so that I can do Control V after that. To copy this to the clipboard, we have to use one more class called string selection class. So we can say we need the path to the clipboard. So clipboard path is equal to new string selection and pass this file absolute path as a parameter while creating an object. So string selection, let me try to import accordingly. Okay, and this is the file absolute path. Let me copy this here. Now we have to copy this clipboard path, the string selection object, to the toolkit. Now toolkit dot get default toolkit dot get system clipboard dot set contents. What is the content here? Clipboard path, comma, you can pass null. That's it. This will be helpful for us to copy the file absolute path in the line number 22 to the clipboard. Is it clear? Right. So next step, we are going to start to do 2 keyboard actions on the Windows dialog box. So now class. We have to instantiate. The robot class is available in Java, so we have to create an object of the robot class. New robot class. It is asking us to add throws or try catch. Currently I am adding throws declaration, which is taking AWT exception. The next step, we have to use robot object dot. Two things we have to remember. We have to perform control V. Control, hit the control button in the keyboard, hit the V button in the keyboard. So we have to perform two key press actions. Key press actions. Key press. Then key event, as I said, native system input events. Event dot vk underscore, say control first. Right. Then similarly, robot dot key press vk, sorry, key event dot vk. So what it does, it will perform a keyboard action. Is control V. Then once we press, we have to release the keyboard buttons as well. So let me release them. So same thing we have to do for V also, key release. Let me copy these two buttons. One is control, one is V. Then next keyboard action is enter. See, in order to achieve keyboard action enter, again same process, robot dot key press key event dot vk. Then you can say enter. Then afterwards you have to release. Key event dot release. Yes, that's it. So two keyboard actions to achieve this functionality. Very easy, very simple. Only thing is we have to write a robot class to achieve file upload functionality. So let me save, let me execute this program to see how it will work. The file is maximized, the browser is maximized, and we are trying to click on the button here and trying to select the file path, enter the file path and see how it works. Okay, the program is not able to provide the path here. There is not even error, but the program is not able to select a file here. So what might be the reason here? Okay, so let's find out now. What might be the reason? Let's find out. So what we can do here is, we will try to put some wait statement here. Okay, thread dot sleep. Thread dot sleep. We just give 2000 milliseconds. It might be possible that it will take some time. Once the dialog box is opened, we have to add some wait statement here so that it will be in sync with the dialog box. Now let me execute this program. Now let me open the browser here. I inserted a delay of 2 seconds now. Once the button is clicked, the 2 seconds will be helpful. I think no, the 2 seconds also not helped here to provide the path. So we have to provide. Okay, so now the 2 seconds is not sufficient. What we have to do is we have to provide more than 2 seconds. Let's give 5 seconds and see how this will work right now. Okay, let's start. So it's very important, especially when you are trying to interact with the browser, we always need to find out whenever there is an action which takes some time to load a dialog box. Before that, try to put some timeout, at least 5 seconds. Yes, now this 5 second worked successfully. Now the file is able to load successfully here, and we can see this XLSX file is added to the website. So very important point, we have to understand the timeouts are very important in Selenium, because we are executing this program without a timeout, but we are not able to achieve this functionality. So we added 2 seconds, still not working. Then we try to add 5 seconds, then it is working successfully. So sometimes even though we write a program, if you don't add the timeouts, the necessary timeouts, the program will not execute successfully. This program is very easy, can be achieved using robot class very easily, and the steps are already available. If you go through the steps and go through the logic, this will be very easy to understand this concept, and you can even extend this logic for any website. Only thing is we need to list down what are the keyboard actions we are performing. I hope this video is helpful for you. Thanks for watching the video. If you like my video, okay, subscribe and share to your friends as well.